Have you ever been told that you might need a biopsy and found yourself wondering what exactly that means or how it works or why it's even needed? I'm Dr. Donovan, and in this video we're going to walk through exactly what a biopsy is, when it might be used, the different types that are available and what to expect both before as well as after the procedure. So let's start off with the basics. What exactly is a biopsy? Well, a biopsy is a medical procedure where a small sample of tissue is taken from the body so it can be examined more closely under a microscope. It helps doctors to understand what's going on at a cellular level, and in many cases it plays a really important role in confirming or ruling out serious conditions, including cancer. So why might someone need a biopsy? Well, a biopsy is often done to investigate an abnormality. And that abnormality can either be functional, for example, a problem with how an organ is working, like a liver or kidney dysfunction picked up in a blood test, or it could be structural, such as a lump, a growth, or swelling that is seen on a scan or felt during a physical examination. Now, in both cases, your doctor might not be able to tell exactly what is causing the problem just from imaging or blood tests or looking at the lesion. The only way to get a definitive answer is to look at a sample of tissue under a microscope, and that is where a biopsy comes in. It's also worth noting that biopsies aren't always done to diagnose a new condition. Sometimes they're used to monitor how well treatment is working, so for example, in certain types of cancer or liver disease. So now let's go through the different types of biopsy, because not all biopsies are the same. First, there is the needle biopsy. This involves using a thin, hollow needle to take out a small sample of cells or tissue. It's often done under local anaesthetic and may be guided by imaging, like an ultrasound or CT scan, to ensure that the needle goes into the right place. Now, needle biopsies are commonly used for areas like the breast, lymph nodes, or thyroid. The second option is a core needle biopsy. This works on the same principle but uses a slightly larger needle that removes a core of tissue. That provides more material for testing, which can be helpful, especially when looking at the architecture of a lump or lesion. Now, thirdly, there is something called an endoscopic biopsy. This is done using a long, flexible tube with a light and camera known as an endoscope. It's inserted into the body through a natural opening like the mouth, nose, or back passage, allowing the doctor to see inside and take small samples. Now, this is often used to investigate areas like the stomach, the bowel, or lungs. Fourthly, there is an excisional biopsy. This is where the surgeon removes an entire lump or abnormal area, not just a small sample. It's typically done under local or general anaesthetic, meaning that you'd be asleep, depending on the size and location of the lump. And finally, there are incisional biopsies, where only part of a larger abnormal area is removed. Now, this can help make a diagnosis when removing the entire area isn't practical. Now, each type is chosen based on factors like the location of the abnormality, the amount of tissue needed, and how accessible the area is. And your doctor should discuss these options with you, as well as the potential benefits and potential risks. So now let's discuss what to expect during the procedure, because what happens during the biopsy will vary depending on the type. Some are very quick outpatient procedures done with local anaesthetic, like most needle biopsies, meaning that they'll take place over a couple of minutes to hours and you can leave on the same day. Others, such as excisional biopsies, may need a short hospital stay or general anaesthetic. You may be asked to avoid food or drink beforehand, especially if sedation is planned, but your healthcare team will explain everything you need to know, including what the risks are, so things like bleeding, infection, or discomfort. Those serious complications are typically uncommon. But like I mentioned, it's always best to have this informed discussion with them, and please don't be afraid to ask them any questions that you feel are relevant to you. So after the biopsy, what happens next? Well, after the sample's taken, it's sent to a pathology lab. A specialist doctor, known as a pathologist, examines the tissue under a microscope and may use special stains or tests to look for signs of inflammation, infection, or potentially cancer. Now, results can take anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks, depending on how complex the analysis is. And while waiting can be stressful, your clinical team will be on hand to answer questions or provide support if you're feeling anxious. So again, please don't be worried about talking to them. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about biopsies, please check out the description box of this video for more useful links, and for any questions, please leave them in the comments section of the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.